Not really sure why, but I just have a feeling I'm gonna catch a big one. That's a big one.
Although it looked pretty impressive, you guys walking down there like a squad.
Sir. First fish of the day. Just flip that frog in a little pocket in the toolies. Little Jackall Gavacho. Little chunky guy. Shout out my boy Lord Bird on Instagram. I always see his clips of him flipping the frog tight in the toolies, and it seems like he does really well doing that. And I've definitely done it, but taking a little page out of his book, that fish literally hit it like right when it hit the water. It was just probably landed on his head and like a little bluegill or something. So came up and got it. Pretty sick. Sir. Good little fish on the Squarebill. I almost passed this spot up. I was gonna go flip the frog around some more toolies, but this rocky bank looked too good to pass up, so threw that little Lucky Craft 1.5 around. Got a chunky guy. jerkbait fish. I think he ran into it, but either way. Thought he was way bigger, but he got it in the head. But nice fish on the jerkbait. Vision 110 Elegy bone. Got that little chartreuse belly for the stained water. So it's looking like a junk fishing day. The third bait that I've caught a fish on. A lot of lakes this time of year, the grass starts to die back, and so you can kind of focus on whatever grass is left that's healthy, and that's usually where those fish are going to hold until all the grass is gone. But in this lake, it's like, honestly, the grass never dies back completely, even in the winter time, and those water temps are in the 50s, even high 40s. Like, the grass is still present. It might not be all the way to the surface, but it's still there, and so it kind of makes it harder to pinpoint where those fish are going to be, because there's just grass everywhere. Another fish on the jerkbait. He's got that back hook, which kind of means they're not really wanting to eat it, but that's a chunky one. Show you guys. Yeah, he just had that last point in the top of his mouth, so he just grabbed the back of that bait as I was ripping it. But fish is a fish. Thank you, sir. So maybe we're figuring out something with the jerkbait. I might need to switch up the colors. Maybe that's why they're not eating it so great. Yo. Catching them? Huh?
I seen you catch a few. I got distracted by there's like a pile of silver sides in that bubbler.
Yeah.
Crashed over.
Yep. I know. I just thought, you saw that massive one fucking explode right there? Yeah. It's just impossible to chase.
Yeah, I was just saying, like, it would be great if you had live scope, you know? You can just follow the fish around, but without it, you're like just shooting in the dark.
How many catch?
4. No, none flipping. I haven't even flipped yet. Yeah, I'm waiting. But I think the water level is good, so I think once it gets hot, well, it's already hot, but once the sun gets up high, the punch bite should turn on. Hopefully. Hopefully. Not really sure why, but I just have a feeling I'm gonna catch a big one at some point in the day. But I don't really have any reason to believe that. It's just, sometimes you get that feeling. There we go. Solid. Yes, sir. Chunky. 3.5. Finally got one to stick on the punch rig. They're just eating that thing so funny. That one was on the Strike King Rage Craw with the punch skirt, black and red, imitating those crawfish. And that one chomped it pretty good. Seems like they're sitting next to the toolies that are in the hydrilla. So they're real hunkered down. They're not at the edge of the mat really feeding. Another good sign is I can see these small little bluegill fry swimming in and around the mats. Any kind of forage you can see where you're flipping is a plus, you know. You don't want to be flipping grass that's dead or doesn't have a lot of life going on, because the bass aren't going to hold where there's no food. So you just want to be sure you're fishing healthy, productive water. And you can usually tell by the color of the grass. If you're bringing your bait back in with a lot of slime on it, that's kind of an indication of unhealthy grass. You want that crispy, crunchy, healthy grass. And then you want to see just signs of crawfish, bluegill, shad, or whatever other forage you have in your body of water. That's just the name of the game. You find the food, you find the bass. The bass is never going to be anywhere that they're not able to eat. Even if they're not in a feeding mode, they're going to be around areas where there's food. And there we go. Find the bluegill, find the bass. It's another solid one. You can tell they've been in the grass because they're just so dark, so green, beautiful colors. Just love it. There's nothing like catching them in that grass, and they're always so pretty. Their colors are vibrant. They're not all pale like when you catch them sitting in mud and stuff like that, and they're usually pretty healthy fish also, so just really one of my favorite ways to fish for them. And obviously you can see it's pretty productive. I really want to shout out all my new subscribers, new viewers. My last video I got the most views so far on my channel, and I gained a bunch of subscribers, so that was just super cool. So I just wanted to express that thank you to y'all for rocking with me, and the content's only going to get better. So if you're here now, you know, hopefully you're in for the long run. The videos are definitely going to get better as I learn, and better equipment, and you know, just figuring all that out. So really appreciate it. I'm planning out some different kind of videos for the future. I definitely want to do excuse me, you interrupted me, my dialogue, getting all sentimental. Another fat chunky guy. He's short, but he's got a belly shirt, as my boy O would say. But yeah, like I was saying, I definitely want to do a video about my kayak setup for anyone who has a kayak and just wants to trick it out a little more, or if you're looking to get into kayak fishing. I've had my setup for like a little over 3 years now, and I got it pretty dialed in at this point. So I think that'll be a good video to do for all my kayak guys and girls. Just run down like all my modifications and what kayak I have and all the good stuff. And then I also want to do like an introductory video. I kind of just jumped straight into the fishing footage because I wanted to put out some content, so like you guys know I actually catch fish. I'm not just talking out of my ass. But I want to do a video just talking about who I am and like my journey in fishing and how I got started and all that stuff. Just so I'm less of a stranger, more familiar. And I'm sure a lot of y'all will be able to relate to my story, so I think that'll be a cool video. And then I also got some ideas for like different series, like bait of the week or stuff like that, where I dive into like specific techniques that are working for me in specific seasons. I think that would be really cool. But any ideas y'all have for videos, let me know. I'm open. I definitely don't want to just have only fishing videos, well, only like on the water videos. I want to switch it up and do some different stuff. Top of the head again. Fatso. That fish came from that little clump of tulies right there. So you got a little bit of cheese, some hydrilla, and a clump of tulies. And that seems to be the ticket right now. Like literally every fish that I've caught has been on that. That's a big one. On the big worm. Stay on, baby. Oh, that's a big one. Holy shit. Oh, fuck. Yes, sir. Let's go. That's a heavy one. Jesus. She's skinny, but she's a big one. I gotta see how she ate this worm. Look at how she ate that. Choked the worm. Alright, we're weighing this one. Biggin. She's long, but she's skinny. Dip her in the water real quick. Scale. I could tell she was big because she was coming straight for the surface. I'm like, ugh. All right. Six on the dot. Yeah, 6 pounds on the dot. Biggin. There she goes. Right back down there. That one was deep. Yeah, I was dragging that big. I don't know if it's a 10-inch, 12-inch worm, but it's a big worm, Junebug. And she chomped it. She was filled out. She could have easily gone like 7 or 8, but I can't complain about that. Got one on the jerkbait. Oh, that one ate it right. Face full of jerkbait. Chunky. That's how you want them to eat it. Oh shit. That's something big. Might be a catfish. Just the way he took off.
What are you?
Yep, catfish. Yep. Big ass catfish.
Sorry, buddy.
He was probably just chilling on the bottom, looking for a dime bait fish. And he got a face full of jerkbait. Interesting colors. He's kind of got spots like a mudcat or something, but looks like a channel. I don't know. Nice fish though. Back down to the bottom. Check my hooks. Strong little hooks. Those are the Gamakatsu G Finesse trebles, the Aaron Martin specials. Rest in peace. Next cast, jeez. And that's a bass, not a catfish. And I'm telling you, when this jerkbait bite starts going off, it can be some of the funnest fishing of the year, because they just, you get some schools going and you can just load the boat ripping this jerkbait. Little guy. And it's so fun, they'll just put slack in your line. Another one. They are eating this jerkbait. Now they're eating it way better. Remember earlier I was talking about switching colors because of how they were eating it, and I never did. And for some reason now they're getting it good. So maybe it was a good thing that I kind of just stuck to what was working. Didn't try and switch it up. Punch. That one hit it twice.